When I was in acting class, we learned that the actor must not go into tears. He must bring the audience to tears. It's kind of a tough thing for me to hold back my tears on this occasion, so you'll forgive me if I'm a little emotional, but some of what has been said before is actually extracted from my improvidently previously released text of what I was going to say. It's been slightly amended, so you may hear a few redundancies. So, President Roloffs, honored guests, as some of you know, I have long been an admirer of Berea College. Many, many years ago, my late NYU law school classmate Lou Bailey handed me a brochure that introduced me to the history and the values of this unique institution of learning. And it did not take me long to realize that your values are my values, that your principles coincided with my own. Berea is a Christian college with a cross in the school's logo, and I am a Jew. But once I read the words surrounding that cross, God has made of one blood all peoples of the earth, I realized that these words coincided with my own belief. I have twice been privileged to deliver convocation lectures at Berea, to share with students of backgrounds very different from my own, my childhood experiences of persecution and humiliation at the hands of the Nazis. It is precisely those experiences which have taught me sensitivity to the challenges faced by others, those trapped in poverty, those who suffer discrimination because of their race or religion, their gender, or their sexual orientation. I know that many Berea students who have had challenging childhoods have found here a rare place of hope and opportunity. As a child survivor of the Nazi Holocaust, it took many years for me to discover my life mission. What I finally learned is that there is no future in resentment and hatred, that if we are to live together, we must learn to forgive each other and to reconcile even with those who have done us harm. There is no other path to peace. I know from my own experience that once a flame of hatred has been lit, it can easily turn into a conflagration, as we have seen recently in places like Christchurch and Pittsburgh and other places. I would like this small patch of ground to serve as an oasis of peace, of safety for the students of Berea and for others who may come here as visitors. I've always felt that as long as anyone in the world is unsafe, I cannot feel safe either. I've conceived it as a place of reflection on how each of us individually can contribute to peace by our readiness to listen to those whose backgrounds differ from our own, to accept others as our brothers and sisters, to join together, to rid the world of fear and hatred. Berea College is an ideal site for this endeavor because of your history of racial and religious tolerance, your exemplary diversity, your respect for individuals of all backgrounds. You serve as a model for what is possible in our society, in our world, a model that is especially needed today. I'll repeat the words of Nelson Mandela. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. I thank you for giving me this opportunity, for providing this space, for allowing me to realize my dream of moving from hatred and resentment to forgiveness and reconciliation. and inspiring others to do the same in their own lives. Thank you.
You think about as a son, like filling those shoes in a certain way. You think about, I look at him and I think about how he might feel after all that he's been through and has accomplished in his life, and where he's arrived spiritually, and kind of come to this place that where something like this was so meaningful to him, and the emotion can be overpowering, you know. And so I've gone through definitely a lot of different phases of emotion today. I feel like I've just kind of gotten a second wind, and it caught me in the second wind. For about half an hour there, I just didn't know what to say. But there's the private moments, and then there's the public moments, and trying to navigate your feelings all through all the energy that's swirling around here. So it's been intense and meaningful and special, and we're really honored to be here.